How's it going, YouTube? It's going to be Diane coming to you from Massage Japan Pinku style. This is not a podcast today. Last time you guys seen Terumi face. We were doing a podcast, so I'll put the link up there and everything for you to see. So today, right after we had the last podcast, we talked offline a little bit. And we definitely were like, we got to do this again because it was a good amount of fun. And we're going to do another podcast, like podcast because we want to dig deeper a little bit and learn more about Terumi, her business and everything. And her business, of course, as you guys can see, I'll pull it up right here, is Japan Language Factory. So you guys can go check that out. And that's going to be japanlanguagefactory.com. That's japanlanguagefactory.com. Check it out. It's on pretty much you put GLF with Japan Language Factory, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media outlets. It'll come up and you'll see our ads and everything. And definitely join if you're looking to learn Japanese.
So thank you so much for having me, right?
Yeah.
And also, like it's been a month, right? And it was busy quite. And also, we have a new student from your actual community, and he likes motorcycling, he wants to have a girlfriend. So definitely we want to help him. That's really exciting.
Well, hopefully he, because I know one thing is some Japanese women don't like when the guy speaks too much Japanese because they figure he's a playboy. So today what we're gonna do is we figure the other way around. Let's say you guys out there watching, you come to Japan, you see a Skyline or a Subaru or a Mazda that you want to buy. It's a Japanese lot. Of course, you're in Japan. There's some foreigner lots, but they're few and far between. And let's say you go to the lot and you want to talk a little bit about the car and buy the car and ask the guy how much power or whatever. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna kind of get some mock stage conversation. And Terumi's going to help me do that. And you guys, by watching this, you'll be able to actually, learn some stuff too. So
you actually visit shop, and then what would you say, usually, the first phrase?
The first phrase I would say.
The guy is standing there, and you actually first time talk to him.
So first time I talk to him, I would say, I guess, say hello. Then hello, then my name is this, and my name is Donald, and I want to buy this car. So that's the first thing you would say. I mean, I know at least I would say Hajime. Well, would I say Hajime Mashite Yoroshiku onegaishimasu? Is that different to say because he's not really a Tomodachi, or is that? So how would
exactly. As actually so many foreigner misunderstanding how to actually interact for the first time. It's you don't actually even need to say hajimemashite, nice to meet you, and yoroshiku onegaishimasu, thank you for meeting me. This is in the school and then classroom, and then you actually meet this person for the first time, and you are 100% sure that you're gonna spend the time with this person because it's a new classmate, and you actually meet.
All right, so the first one right there. So ima choto koko aru
歩いてたんですけど。
歩いてたんですけど。
Yeah, 歩いてたんですけど means I was walking.
So I was,
and which means you are just walking to describe why you are here, right? And then めちゃくちゃかっこいい車 super cool car.
I never see that word before. Meiche.
You never heard? めちゃくちゃ means super.
No, I never.
めちゃくちゃ.
And that's I have to use that to remember a new word. So meichakucha.
Yeah, exactly. めちゃくちゃ it's a bit slang, a little bit slang, but also it's very cool way to say super. So めちゃくちゃ
meichakucha ka. Meichaku. Oh, I want to make sure I'm saying this right. So meichakucha.
Yeah, exactly. めちゃくちゃ。
めちゃくちゃ。めちゃくちゃかっこいい車。And then
持ってるんですね。
持ってるんですね。
Yeah, very good. Very good. めちゃくちゃかっこいい車持ってるんですね。
めちゃくちゃかっこいい車持ってるですね。
Yeah.
Mm.
It's very actually common compliment that it's you have a cool car. Super cool car. Anyone that is anyone having the super cool car, you can say this phrase not only to the shop, I mean to everyone. You can say, right, you have the super cool car. いや、めちゃくちゃかっこいい車持ってるんですね。And then you can say maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit. That it's because it's people doesn't trust the guys in, right? Which means in order to get trusted, you just need to introduce a little bit. So like you can actually introduce so many ways. Either you talk about my car, like I actually have this car, and then I love it, the car in general. So that's why like I really curious like how you having a nice car. How do you usually describe that it's you are a huge fan of car?
How do I usually describe?
Yeah. How do you describe that it's you are a huge fan of cars?
Most people will say the first thing most people will say they'll say they always say this when they come to Japan, because most people come to Japan, they have a Japanese car where they're from. So they'll say, in America, I have a 240, which it's an S13. Better to say S13. But they'll say 240 because 240 is a name in America. In Japan, the name is 180 or Sylvia. So, most people will say, I'll just trying to make it up. Most people will say, I love Nissan, and I have let's say Nissan. I love Nissans, and I have a S13 back in America, like that. So, so that phrase.
You can say like America ni in the United States in your home, right? How do you say this? S13? You said
S13.
Can you
S each son.
Like S?
S like the S.
One S1?
Like S, just the letter S, like super S.
Yeah, like S. And then?
S Ichi-san.
Ichi-san. Okay. S13?
So that's the S.
Is it
S13
Nissan?
is so, and like car otaku, we call S13 like name is like 180 SX or Sylvia, but in Japan and America, otaku person calling car by body number. So so Skyline is Nissan Skyline R32, but nobody really say Skyline. They saying Arasan ni, Arasan san, Arasan yan. So they saying by body. So that's how Japanese and American can talk. Oh, Sugoi S-ichi-san. Then they Japanese shock because that's how Japanese say S-ichi-san, S-ichi-yan, S-ichi-go.
Okay. So アメリカに S13 13持ってて、I have
はい。
日産が大好きなんです。Yeah, I love Nissan, and also I have S13. Yeah, アメリカに S13 持ってて、I have
はい。
持ってて、日産が大好きなんです。大好きなんです。I love. In the United States, I have S13, and then 持ってて I have, and then I love Nissan. Yeah. So you can actually say アメリカに S13 持ってて。
So アメリカに S-ichi-san. Then next is
持ってて。
持ってて
Yeah, 持ってて is I have.
持って
さんが
持ってて
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 Yeah.
Nissan Das.
うん。
Then I say 大好き
大好きなんです。
大好きなんです. So Americani
Yeah, very good.
Suichi-san motete. The reason, guys who listen, the reason why I'm trying to get the pronunciation right because you can say the same word, and if you say like like if you say the pronunciation wrong, it's a total different word. So it's important.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably wonder why.
Important.
Yeah, why I'm trying to get exactly. So Americani Suichi. Because I never say Su. I always say Suichi-san. So Suichi-san.
S1 さん。
motete
う
Nissan
ん。
に
持ってて。
motete
持ってて。
mo-
Yeah, exactly.
motete
持ってて。Yeah.
motete Nissan. So do I say the Nissan? It's like you have a G. Nissan
日産が I like 日産。
はい
So が is like a particle,
は
like
いはい
I
はい
like something.
はい
So yeah, 日産が
日産が
大好きなんです。
大好きなんです Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. You need definitely exercise, but
はいはい
also if you exercise,
Yeah.
I'm sure you can speak faster.
うん
Yeah.
うん
Because it's this is maybe you feel like unnecessary conversation, but it's you need to do it. Otherwise, if you just ask like how much, then they guys, no,
Right.
it's,
No,
you just need a little more communication before.
Yeah, I always actually do. That's one thing I was told a long time ago not to go to a place and say, because when people come to my place, like a Japanese guy did it yesterday, and they kind of, I'm like, are you? It was weird. His energy was really weird too, and I was saying no, not selling. Then he kind of, I could see he kind of getting, kind of like, oh, okay, daijoubu, and then he left. So kind of like maybe he thinking I'm a bad person because I was busy, and so, but he keep pointing ikura. I'm like, hajime mashite or hello. Like he just starts saying how much, and kind of when people do that, I'm thinking like they really don't want to buy. They just looking around. Maybe they're gonna steal something or something. So yeah, I understand. So so I wanna kind of go back and start like from the top and then where we
in the beginning. We can
so
start a little bit more exercise.
So 今ちょっとここあるって how to say that word again?
歩いてたんですけど
歩
いてたんですけど
歩いてたんですく how to say?
ですけど
今ちょっとここ歩いたんですけど
Yeah, we can actually divide. So any language, when you actually stuck the pronunciation, we can a little bit divide to actually understand what does it mean. So 歩いて is to walk, 歩いて歩いてたん is like I was working. So たんですけど is I was. So 歩いてたんですけど ですけど is actually, like actually or something. けど is means but. But so like, but I was walking, which means like けど is but. So it's just really common way to start talking to the people. So たんですけど I was doing, but I just start seeing a cool car. So 歩いてたんですけど Try to say?
歩いたんですけど
歩いてたんですけど
歩いてたんですけど That's weird because I'm like I've said some of these words before, but like I now that you're teaching it to me, it's like now my brain is like kind of like what's going on. So 今ちょっとここ歩いたん
歩いて You can see it's a て
No.
歩いて
Yeah, like
歩い
that's it. I
歩
can
い
see.
て
Yeah.
歩いてたんですけど
Okay. Yeah. Go. These are like my glasses I use for editing because the blue screen, so they just make like I can see start. So 今ちょっとここ歩いてたんですけど。
Very good. Very
Okay.
good. Now you said you just need to speak faster, but also you said correctly.
So 今ちょ、
Mm-hmm.
今ちょっとここ歩いso I is E or
Yeah. 歩いて、
あ
歩いて。
歩いて
Mhm.
たんですけど。
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. You can say 歩いて for 10 times. Try to say 歩いて、歩いて、歩いて、歩いて。
So 歩いて歩いて歩いて歩いて歩いて歩いて歩いて
Yeah.
歩いて歩いて歩いて歩いて歩いて Okay. So 歩いて
Okay, now you get used to it. So 歩いてたんですけど。
歩いてたんですけど。Or,
Okay, now you said.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
Yeah. And and like you said, my 6-year-old, they just talk so fast and they said all this stuff, and it's just today we were riding dirt bikes and my 4 and 6-year-old are just to themselves like talking and laughing and I don't know what they're saying, and they're like talking back, they're having a whole conversation, and then my 4-year-old just start like dying laughing, and then my 6-year-old is like laughing. So they're like they talking about maybe me, and I don't know. Like it's funny. It's like side story, right? So 今ちょっとここ歩いてたんですけど。
Oh, yes, now you
Okay,
said.
okay.
Perfect.
So then after we finish this, and I have to save this, and then I really have to become a real student. And everything, but again, guys, this is like a live. So all right, so again, I kind of keep it a little informal. So
the real lesson.
So your real lessons are kind of like this, or are they more class structured, or how they normally go?
No, it's we actually we are 100% sure if you really want to improve your Japanese speaking skill, you need to use it every day.
Right.
So which means we actually focus on only useful phrases and also understanding the pattern of the language. So if you start saying a lot of phrases, let's say 20 phrases, that it's your confidently and perfect pronunciation you can say, you actually really upgrade your old Japanese language skill, because pronunciation you get better in the speed. It's like a native tone and native pronunciation, and also you kind of understand the pattern of the grammar because you start saying a lot of native phrases like "aruite tan desu kedo," while you actually kind of like feel difficulty to pronounce it, because maybe you never focus on the native phrases. Maybe in a broken Japanese, you get used to speak, and then it's difficult to speak like a native. So that's why I'm sure you can really upgrade. So that's why most of actually our school, in the lesson, we focus on the useful phrases in each student, like each needs. So don't know, your case is definitely like how to talk about car, right? Because that's the only things you can definitely use it every day,
right?
And also it's very impact in your life if you can really speak perfectly about car.
Right. Yeah, because that's what I mean. I think that's why your program works the best. And I read a lot of the reviews, and it's because the first thing you do is like, and I like your system. It's not like because I noticed when people always saying "ikura," how much is this? But then like you got to say, well, first let's talk consultation. And I like how your program and your team gets to know the person, so it's like your individual, and that's honestly like we just meet, right? This is our second time talking, and even though like I know you're busy around the world, like I still like is I feel like it's just like you make it seem like you're good at it, and it's well I think it's a bad this is an adult channel, so it's not like kids, but. You notice when guys go to the snack club or women go to the snack club and they make for that 1 hour they make the person feel like they're the only person in the world, and that's a good vibe. That's a really good vibe, meaning that the guys out there who are watching who want to do this, they're not going to treat you like you're just a number, you're just a paycheck. There's the business part is the business part, and I'm kind of promoting your business right now. The business part is the business part, but they're not cold. And again, so I just kind of want to this because I already feel like I'm learning more Japanese, honestly, I've been there 15 years, and so it's
Yeah, amazing.
really good systems. All right, so we can continue, or you could say,
Yeah.
am I correct? Am I correct
Great.
on that? Like your team really makes the customer feel one-on-one.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's you don't want to learn. Do you like tennis? Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
In the textbook, it's written all these phrases that you cannot use it in your life,
Right.
and you kind of cannot focus because you don't like and you don't actually use it.
Right.
So these phrases, I'm sure you can use it because whenever you go to the car shop, you can start talking. Hey guys, like you have a cool car, and I just having this car. I just walking and I saw a beautiful car and this. You can use it every day. Yeah.
You're like may check kucha may check kucha may check
めちゃくちゃ means super.
may check kucha. Okay, now it actually is easier when it's separated. So may check kucha kakui kuruma moteru desu ne.
Yeah, very good. めちゃくちゃかっこいい車持ってるんですね。
I can really now. Now I really understand because I was kind of when I would listen to other gaijins who are really good. At first I used to be jealous because they could speak Japanese, and it's the same thing. Like Japanese want to learn how to speak English. So, but I was like, man, why does he sound like he's trying to be so Japanese? And now I understand it's not that they're trying to be Japanese. Like you really have to speak like Japanese, the pronunciation to get it, because if you like Americans kind of really we don't open our mouths really wide most of the time when you speak, and I'm a quiet guy until I don't have to be quiet, so I don't really speak a lot, and almost my mouth muscles I have to get used to saying certain words, like you got to move your tongue more. So yeah, it's definitely So I
can give you the tip. When you pronounce it Japanese, you use your voice only here.
Right,
like
feels like
kakikuke ko sasesu so. So it's you use the voice from only this part. Right. But I understand that English is like a little bit high tone, like hey, what's up? How's going?
Right.
Going like. Or they actually use a different tone.
Right.
So, but its Japanese pronunciation is always like only you use this part, and its tone is always like this, like めちゃくちゃかっこいい車持ってるんですね。めちゃくちゃかっこいい車持ってるんですね。There is no like, hey, how's going?
No inflection.
Oh, you have a super cool car.
Right.
Actually, English has like a who.
Yeah.
Who. Right.
Yeah. So that's
Japanese
true.
is like. Yeah, the Japanese is like this. めちゃくちゃかっこいい車持ってるんですね。アメリカに S13 持ってて日産大好きなんです。This is a tone. So if you actually care the tone also, it sounds like really native. Yeah,
that makes sense because that's like because I do music. So if a Japanese person was speaking like into a mic and I went to edit the music or whatever, the line would be straight, and like you say, of American, it would kind of go up, like the inflection, the wave would go like flat, and then like it would just go up and down. So basically, though, to speak Japanese, I guess I'm breaking the lesson to ask questions. So to speak Japanese, you would, as a native, like you would kind of have to not dumb down, but that's I don't want to, but make your not do a lot of inflections or just kind of monotone. Is that
yeah, exactly, monotone, and also you can definitely practice. For example, you did it, aruite. For example, maybe if you don't practice, you're gonna say aruite, which is like not aruite, it's aruite. So aruite.
Right.
So it's like when you wanna kind of fix your tone, you actually say the same phrase for 10 times to get used to it. Like I always do. When I learn Greek or German or any language, I just get used to speak the same tone. So which means you can repeat to get to feel like you get used to speak. So aruite same tone, aruite to actually don't to not change your tone, like 歩いて. For example, many people say ありがとうございます。
はい。
So thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, which is English is good.
Yeah.
But then Japanese, you don't say ありがとうございます.
Yeah.
So let's say you want to speak like a native tone, but then you don't want to pronounce it ありがとう. Then you actually need to really focus. What is the native tone then? ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。So ありがとう for 10 times. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
That's actually perfect for me because like you don't like I'm not really unless I'm excited about like something. I am very kind of and people are like, man, you're like monotone because I'm like when I go to Lawson's, arigato.
Yeah.
Arigato, like arigato
Exactly.
gozaimasu or yoshushu onegaishimasu.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, not really like
ありがとうございます。
like
Yeah.
yeah, not screaming in it. And one question I have, all right, so mecha kucha.
めちゃくちゃ super.
Mecha kucha is that so because you're a woman, like is mecha kucha a word that women use or men use, or is it like neutral? And for your teaching, when you teach people, are you by default kind of teaching more like how you would speak, or how does that work?
Yeah, usually for the men is we actually teach for the male way.
So you do
is
okay.
actually
Oh, so you go ahead.
めちゃくちゃ is actually neutral. Woman also can use, but it's more maybe male way. めちゃくちゃ is more men use often than women. Yeah.
Okay. That reason I asked.
So that's why it's so important, right? Because you don't want to speak like a woman.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And that's cool.
Yeah.
So again, guys out there who are listening, watching, like this is I didn't even ask her, and like this is they're making the program. So again, I've been really talking about your program a lot of people, and like, even my hairstylist, her sons are like in exile or whatever, and she was. While my hair was getting last time the dye already went out, but she was looking at your page and like, oh, she's super sugoi, and how old is she? I was like, Sanjiroku, and she's like, huh?
Yeah.
So she was shocked. So, and also your voice, she speaks English very well, and you speak English and she's like, oh, she even sounds like me. So your voice is very similar. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, it was pretty. Oh. All right, so Gomen Asaya. I'm kind of like talking too much now and getting away from the lesson, but again, this is fun, guys. Again, this is the whole purpose of this is to promote because we talked offline, and I was like, I definitely want to help promote her business even further and buy a product. People will see you on my stuff and they'll click on there too. So we both helping each other. So all right, so I got me chakucha. Kakui kuruma moteru. Did I say that right? Moteru.
持ってるんですね。持ってるんですね。
Moterun desu ne.
Yeah, 持ってるんですね。持ってるんですね。Yeah, you have.
So So if I wanted to say, so moterun. Destiny, if I wanted to say you have, well, like, if I want to say like, maybe it's S each go, how do I put that into that sentence? So instead of saying car, you have kakui S each go, moterun
desu.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now you can understand. So whenever you own something, you have a super cool laptop or like a super cool car, super cool anything, you can change this kuruma to any other object, and you can change. You can say you have this, cool things.
Right. And the order is correct for Japanese.
Yeah,
okay.
めちゃくちゃ super cool something. For example, if you want to say, I don't know, other car, like any car, let's say it's SH さん, you actually have SH さん, then めちゃくちゃかっこいい SH さん持ってるんですね。めちゃくちゃかっこいい SH さん持ってるんですね。Oh, you have super cool SH さん. Yeah, you have. Yeah, that's actually. So, Japanese language is always backward from English, right? Because you use it the verb always in the end of the sentence. So you got used to it. If you start speaking like this way, 歩いてたんですけど is also its verb, but then the end of the sentence again. And also 持ってるんですね. Also you say it in the end of the sentence. So you just get used to it.
はい。
Yeah.
Okay. Then next is going to be
And
アメリカに S1 さん持ってて日産が大好きなんです。
Yeah, 大好きなんです。
大好きなんです。
大好きなんです。Yeah. Now you said like more native. I love something is 大好きなんです。持ってて is also I have this one. So アメリカに S1 さん持ってて、日産が大好きなんです。
Alright, so we got so after that, so again we kind of talked about that for a while, but that's cool because it's like it's I want to really process this. So alright, so then so that's one, then that would be
and two,
then
and then this is the third phrase, right? So then maybe you can start talking about different things. Yeah. For example, you can speak about yourself a little bit, experience, what is experience in Japan. Either you're going to say, actually, also I'm living in Japan for 13 years and then, I love Japanese car, or like I'm just visiting now in Japan and then I love car. So which means it depends on the person, but in your case, Donald, you should definitely say, you own the shop, right? And also you are living in Japan for many years. So
well, actually, sometimes that there's you have to kind of read the seller because sometimes you don't want to like. This is like you don't want to say like because if you say you're a shop owner, they won't sell to you because they know you're gonna probably resell. So
okay.
So but we can pretend we pretend that. Because that is true. I want to tell them like and I do tell people that most people know who I am. They just don't. We haven't met, and they'll act like they don't know, but they know from the mag. And I'm the only Kokujin shop owner in Japan, and I have Mohawk and I drift, so they know somebody Tomodachi know me, and they'll say Kokujin Mohawk, then Jackson. So, but all right. So let's. I'm being too serious. So all right. So. I would say, how would I say? I am a shop. I am a performance shop owner in Japan, and So how would I? Or I'll just go.
So, Nihon. First of all, like you have to say like you live in Japan for 13 years, right? 日本に13年住んでて。means I'm living in Japan for 13 years. 日本に、13年住んでて、in Japan 13 years I'm living and 住んでて is and also you can say maybe you can just say like I'm working on cars, which means like you don't describe how you own the shop or anything, but it's you actually really related to the car, the 車関係のlike you can. Do you want to describe like you want to say like you own the shop or you're working?
Probably just we can say own the shop because that'll probably do. It can go two ways. It can be they'll be like, oh, well, let's do business, and most business people are gonna say, oh, so just like us, we meeting. We could be regular Tomodachi, but you're a business owner, I'm business owner. So how can we make more money together? So that's all. So So I would say I always say even if they don't want to do business, I say who I am because it's now showing that I'm not. There's nothing wrong with being regular, so I don't want to disrespect but I am not a normal car person. I am owner. I have many cars.
Yeah.
So So we could say that.
車を、
うん
So do you want to describe yourself as like I'm selling the car or I own the shop about car?
Yeah, I own the car, and I want this for my collection. Let's say, like, I don't want to. I would say that because if you say to them, I want to buy this car so I can sell, they're gonna be like, damn it, because some people don't. Even though if they pay money, they still feeling like you're going to do something bad, or some Japanese really don't like. Some Japanese really don't like a Japanese car going to America. Because they want to keep all Skyline. Yeah, it's real. They won't sell to Gaijin. You're going to take to America, dame. They say.
Wow.
Yeah, it's real. So we can say that. Yeah, so we can say that I want to buy this car I want to use in Japan.
For myself,
right?
Yeah, so I wrote like I have the shop about the collection of the car. Is that okay? You want to say like this? Collection car shop. Yeah. So 車のコレクションのお店をやってます。Is it in 青森 right? 青森。Yeah, 青森で。In 青森、I have the collection of the car shop.
Actually now, like I know we're doing fiction, but I've actually it's weird. I've been here now 16 years.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
16 years.
Yeah, because now it's about to be August, and I came. I don't have a calculator here, but 2008 August 1st, I come to Japan. So yeah, that's about 16 years ago. Yeah.
Just a moment. I have another meeting. And then just a moment. I'm gonna just text that I'm gonna be a bit late.
Oh, hi. We can definitely.
Just a moment.
Right.
Yeah, just a moment. So. Okay.
Okay. You know, like I guess we can. So we can so the cool thing about this is we can this will be like we can
continue.
We can label this like it'll be like part 1, and then like so this is just introduction, and I think this is better too because I don't want to overload myself or the people watching, and this is cool because what I'm gonna do is actually once you get done save and send me this, then I can edit this all into there, and I'll put myself. I'll make the screen big like this because it looks cooler, and everybody can see you, and then I can put myself in a small picture because you're more kawaii than me, so they want to see you.
No, ありがとう。ありがとう。You can say, look.
Yeah.
めちゃくちゃ可愛い is super cute.
So
you can use it like that way.
Okay.
めちゃくちゃ。
My wife always she say stop saying cho. I say cho a lot. Cho kakui. Because cho is like.
Cho also nice.
But that cho is more like you talking to your friend, right?
Cho, めちゃくちゃ also it's actually quite casual, but also cho it sounds like more even casual.
Okay, yeah, because I say it to people I just meet like cho kakui, or they're like my wife like stop saying cho. She said I forgot. She said a word to me to use in place of cho, but I forget what it was. And same thing when I would always say non sai or non ne, or she say no non sai is how. The nane is like, you know, how old are you or something like that. And I was like, all right, okay. So I don't want to take up. All right, so.
No problem. So yeah, you can actually try to say here.
So,
日本に16年住んでて。
So 日本に16年住んでて。
And then 青森で
車のコレクションの店、コレクションのお店
お店をやってます。
お店は and then how does
ます。
yattemasu. So that's in
やってます。
yattemasu in a Mori car collection shop I own. So 日本へ16年住んだて
住んでて。
住んでて I need to get I need to do my son's homework and read this little chart so I can
Yeah. 住んでて、住んでて、住んでて、住んでて、
Yeah,
住んでて。
住んでて Amori de how to say is that a mori so number 5
青森で。
amori de
in 青森。
also amori de so okay amori okay so de is in
in,
okay.
exactly.
So amori de kuruma kuru how to say it?
車の
kuruma no
うん
これクッションこれ how to say that one これ
like collection, right? So, but its Japanese pronunciation is collection.
oh collection oh so これクッションこれこれクッション
Yeah, collection.
これ it actually does sound the same
It's very, you actually export English and import English.
so
Collection
yeah.
and collection.
correct it actually is just saying that's crazy これクッション no お
店を
お店ろ
お店 shop
お店を oh okay that's what he was saying to me yesterday お店はお
店を
店を so it's wo not okay wa is wa so,
What is like a
Okay.
that shop,
お店
like a particle.
お店を
お店を
お店をよや
ってます
やってます yeah that's the big
やってます I'm on
yeah,
I manage
yeah that's crazy because it's like again it's I'm not a shy person I'm not like embarrassed but it's like that's why I can tell when you were saying in your videos it's like you have to have confidence like to make like don't worry about screwing it up because just speaking Japanese they're like cool so even if you're saying it wrong but yeah I just want to make sure I'm saying it right so it's日本に16そう16
16年住んでて
16 I say 16 every day alright so 16年住んでてと青森で車のコレクションのお店をやってます
やってます
okay yeah I'm gonna have to read like what I'm gonna do when I'm editing it this the cool thing about the editing part I'm gonna like have your sheet and it's you know just that it's again I'm really like excited to get into the system because just reading that over and over is like now it becomes because I have like a bunch of words in my Japanese words that they're embedded into my mind and I can switch to them anytime and for that reason people would think that I speak great Japanese I'm like no I just know those words really well and you know they think I speak better so now they're gonna think I speak more Japanese now so but that's cool. All right, so again, I know you got a meeting and everything. I don't want to, and I kind of just again, I know I kind of been like pausing and stopping, and guys, there again, the meetings. So, all right, I should actually question instead of assuming is when you're doing, for example, the people who are looking to be a student of your business, a Japan Language Factory. So, is it kind of like the instructor is instructing, and then they're saying, "All right, repeat this back to me." Is there like part in that session for them to say ask about like I said is may check kucha normal is it neutral male or female do you so do you do that in your sessions as well or is it just strict?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Definitely okay. Because it's no one want to speak like a children right. or even female or you know you want to speak natural as a man so that's why in the consultation, yes, we actually ask what would you like to do with the Japanese language skill, And most of people say they want to make a friends, so they want to actually have natural communication, or maybe sometimes for the job interview, that we actually have the job interview too. And also like you, like some people having the business, we actually have like a business presentation too. So any situation we actually focus on, the useful conversation, and also you focus, natural communication, which is like your mail. So then mail conversation. And then what you're gonna actually see yourself in the future, because if you actually start practicing and you start speaking like a native, your listening skill is gonna improve 10 times more than now.
This is not how it normally goes. Again, she's normally not talking to a dude in a podcast thing and everything. We did the podcast last time. Again, you can see the video down in the links and everything. And again, I will be doing formal ones. It just like right now, I got so many deadlines. Like everybody makes excuses about why they don't do it, but I'm definitely going to sign up and do some formal classes and get some stuff done and everything. So
great.
What would, like, in this to end off, Terumi, what would be like the advice you would give to somebody who like they really want to learn, but they just have that they don't want to, they feel like they want to waste? Because I even like right now, I know you got to, other meetings lined up after this, and it's like, man, like I'm screwing up the words. And do you like, you don't want the people to feel like they're wasting your time. So what would you say to somebody who's feeling like that?
Yeah. So, learning language is, you need a lot of time investment, right? But I always say, you actually don't need to spend the time for 5 hours to study. Many people say like, oh, maybe I need to commit, commit 5 hours every day study, and for maybe 2, 3, 4 months or 6 months, I'll make it the result. But the learning language is like a diet. You actually need to do it forever, because once you actually stop doing it, let's say you commit and you actually 6 months you study too much,
right?
And after 6 months you stop because you got bored,
right?
And you actually get tired. Then if you stop it, this is a day that you actually start forgetting, which means you actually invest the time so much for 6 months, you got the beautiful body like going to the gym, and then you actually stop doing it because you start forgetting getting fat, let's say.
Right.
So which means you need to do it forever. So what is something is the best balance, that something you can continue forever, is I always say 10 minutes or 20 minutes investment every day forever. 10 minutes. Today we did almost 1 hour lesson, right? 10 minutes is you can do it by yourself. 10 minutes you actually read it, this a script, and also you start exercising your pronunciation. As believe me, your listening skill, it's get much better because you have a native pronunciation and you can start understanding what they're talking. So it's just only 10 minutes, 20 minutes every day. And believe me, after 1 month, you start hearing a lot of conversation already.
So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
Like I say, just don't be afraid to learn. And again, that's one thing, even I just said it like 5 minutes ago, because I am extremely busy with the shop and trying to make business happen and everything. But still, there have to be you got to put time into it to learn it. And also like learning Japanese, like again, a movie that I just did a review on yesterday, Live Hoon. Like I know I was watching the movie, and for the first time in my life, I knew like everybody on the screen. Like they were all my friends. And I mean, as far as the drivers, the actors, I don't know them, but the drivers, and you see the drivers in the background, and they may have mentioned like a gaijin. Maybe somebody may have said something, but there was no need for a gaijin. But maybe there will be a part 2. And I was like, hey man, if I learn some Japanese, like it opens up doors. So like you say, it's learning a language is one of the coolest things, and it'll open up. You can be an uncool person in America and you learn Vietnamese and go to Vietnam. You could be like Michael Jackson, celebrity.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause, and I heard Vietnam actually they're pretty cool with like gaijins and blacks and stuff like that. So even though they had the war and all that stuff, there was some different stuff. So yeah, man, learning language is definitely cool. So definitely get in whatever language you want. If you want to go to Italy, study Italian. Don't, I wouldn't say study Japanese if you're gonna go to Italy. Is it kind of, you're gonna waste your time and everything. So again, guys, I'll definitely me and Terumi will talk offline and try to get another podcast to kind of pick up where we left off the last time, and that way we could just talk freely. And then I'll definitely I will be enrolling like this week, like I said it the last time, and then I let time almost a month pass, so it's a month for me not studying. And again, I'm pretty sure when I do the consulting part, they'll talk to me about scheduling and everything, because you'll assume that they can't match my schedule or whatever. And I'm pretty sure you guys, you're worldwide customers, so time zones and timelines are pretty much. Am I assuming wrong, or is that correct as far as timing?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we have U.S. time zone too, Japanese time zone. So yeah.
So that's not an excuse, guys. That are watching in America or well, most of my viewers in the Philippines. I don't know why, but yeah. Even if you're Filipino, and that's the cool, because there's a lot of Filipinos in Japan, a lot.
Yeah.
They work in the entertainment section, I guess you want to call it, the snack clubs and whatever. But and every Filipino I met speaks like a little bit or fluent in Japanese. Every single one of them. So they know that if they speak Japanese, the betterment of them staying in Japan, where it's a better life, they speak fluent Japanese, and they're pretty much Japanese. And then they'll generally, most of them, I've seen a lot of Filipino Japanese half-breeds as well in Masawa. So that's pretty big. So again, Terumi, it's been a fun time, and I know you're
thank you.
You're extremely busy, and again, thank you for your time. And again, like I said before, one business person to a business person, I really understand like the keeping some weeks are like really, you work hard, but some weeks are really stressful and hard, and so definitely pretty cool. So, and then eventually, I'm pretty sure I'll travel the world somewhere. We'll meet in person, and it'll be pretty cool.
Definitely
do one in person too. So, So is there any I would say for Terumi, other than your links up there, guys? You can see again, it's Japan Language Factory. Do you have any events or any videos you're going to be releasing soon that you can say here, and then it'll come
out? Like I'm doing the YouTube now live streaming every Saturday 5 p.m. Here in Greece, so that's kind of 11 p.m. in Japan time. Every Saturday 11 p.m. in Japan time. I do live streaming, and I'm providing free lesson on YouTube live streaming. So please join.
Okay, I'll put that in there. So every Saturday, 11 p.m. Japan Standard Time, and then what time? That's about what time in America?
It's in the United States.
Yeah.
Let me. It depends on the.
This one time zone, because they can So let's say East Coast.
Yeah.
So that's 11 p.m.
East Coast, like New York time. I think it's gonna be what time? I think it's 11 a.m. Or I think just a minute.
It should be kind of late. Yeah, it should be earlier. Cause should be like early.
Just a moment.
Yeah, my phone is dead.
Okay, let me check
okay.
Google Calendar. So 5 p.m. This is New York time is 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
So 10 a.m. Eastern. Then I'll just, what I'll do on my end is I'll break that down further, and and do that. So in the military, we use a thing called Zulu time. So Zulu time is the same for everybody. So that's a
oh wow.
So like it's it's a 24 hour. So you will say like instead of saying like trying to figure out. So like your Zulu time, like 01 Zulu is 01 Zulu all around the world. So that's like a cool thing. It's extra stuff, So
interesting.
Maybe I can teach. Maybe I can teach you that. So.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's like Zulu is like there's only like military and like,
Zulu. You said
so ZULU.
Okay.
So if you look up Zulu,
ZULU.
So if you look up Zulu,
Zulu
it'll
time.
come up and you'll see like it'll be 1 through 24, and so instead of being like you got to figure out 11 a.m. You just look up the Zulu chart and say 1300 Zulu. Okay, 1300 Zulu. Same. Then you look at your time chart and you can see That's this time and this. So we do that in the military because we don't want to. We work with people in Germany and then Hawaii and then America, so that way we're all on the same page. And so we'll have if you go
that's
to
true.
military base, they'll have a big clock and it'll say Zulu time, it'll say East Coast, it'll say German time, so it'll be a long clock that have all these time zones. But yeah, that's military stuff. So yeah, we could
Interesting.
we'll definitely. It's so much content we'll be able to do together because my military and then sports and then all that stuff. So we'll have a lot of fun with this. And again, my hopes is well, not hopes. We already know it works because we got the I don't want to say his name for confidentiality, but it was like the next day after the podcast, he already had signed up, and there was like one person right away. So I know there's more people out there that's going to log on, and then when they see this and see how we interact, I think they're really going to sign on. So again, guys, again, check out the Japan Language Factory. Here's the website there, japanlanguagefactory.com. Check out Facebook, Japan Language Factory. You've probably seen her ads. I guarantee you've seen her ads because she does a very good job of running ads on Facebook and on Instagram. So I see her ads all the time. And check it out. So this again, log onto our site. Click the link that says the free consultation, and then you can talk to the representative to actually see how you can work a program for you. So it's tailor-made to you, so that they'll really help you learn the language that you want to learn, Japanese. And so that way you can get girlfriends, you can watch anime without subtitles, and different things. So we do all that stuff. So again, guys, it's going to be Donnie signing up from Asao Japan, and Terumi signing out, and we'll see you guys later.